How's it going, Jim? Love performing here. Love it. Love this crowd. I assume at some point she's going to start the 5-minute clock. Or I can just talk forever. I'm good too. Yeah, that's the great thing about being a comic is I get to perform in all kinds of cool places. I get to discover fun, new, fascinating ways to disappoint my family. It's awesome. I actually got to perform a show I've been wanting to do for a while recently. I got to do the Psychedelic Show. Now, for those who don't know what this show is, the Psychedelic Show is when you get a bunch of comics together, and before they go on stage, you give them a shitload of hallucinogens. And when I heard about this show, I had a chance to get on it. Oh, you better believe I jumped at that opportunity. I jumped on it because I am what the French would call a fucking idiot. I'm not saying I make bad life choices. I'm just saying I can't think of a way to finish this sentence, so we're going to move on. But it was a fun show. I will admit, I was a bit nervous because I've never done comedy on psychedelics before. I mean, I've been on stage, high and drunk many times, like now, for instance. But I've never been on shrooms doing comedy. So admittedly, I was a bit nervous. So I did what everyone tells you to do when you're nervous. Just imagine the audience in their underwear, which I did. But I was on shrooms, so I was also imagining the audience as 20-foot-tall demons from hell. So that really didn't help as much as I thought it would. But it was fun. I did my set. I hung out with the comics afterwards. But then it was time for me to go home, and that's when I realized I may have made one of the bigger mistakes I've made recently in my life. Let me explain. The venue I was going to was only about a 25-minute walk from my apartment. And I figured, I'm going to be high at the end of this thing, so I don't want to drive. I'll be safe and responsible. So I walk there, but then it's time to leave, and people asking, hey, do you need a ride? I'm like, and you ever been so high or wasted that you get that false confidence? You're like, no, I don't need help. No, I'm big. I'm tough. I'm a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. I can handle this shit. So I go, so I start walking home, and here was the problem. See, when I went to the venue, it was 5:30 in the afternoon. I mean, it was sunny, it was bright, I'm like just walking down the street. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day for a neighbor. But now, I have to walk home at 11 o'clock at night, tripping my goddamn balls off. Slightly different story. What had hours before, been a simple, happy little stroll, has now basically turned into a goddamn walk into Mordor. And I'm walking through the dark, tripped out of my mind like I'm fucking Golem. I'm just holding a bag of Funyuns going, my precious. I don't even know where I got the Funyuns from, okay? You ever been so high that food just appears from out of nowhere? Because I was that high. And I'm walking down the street, and I'm trying to act normal. But here's the problem, is I have Asperger's, I'm on the spectrum, so normal's not really an option for me. You combine that with shrooms, and I just end up fidgety, I'm twitching, I'm like, I just can't stay still. I look like I developed Parkinson's and a cocaine addiction in one night. And I'm trying to walk down the street, there's people coming by, and I'm trying not to let them know that I'm high, which has never worked in the history of being high. So I'm just trying to walk as normal as I can, and my chest puffed out, like, yeah, let's go, man. I look like if John Travolta's character from Saturday Night Fever had developed CTE, okay? And I get back to my apartment. Now, right by my apartment, there's a 7-Eleven, and I'm still hungry. I ate all my Funyuns. I figured I'll go in and get a bag of popcorn. So I go in, and I go to ask the lady behind the counter if she has popcorn, but here's the problem. I'm so high, I had forgotten the word for popcorn. So basically, I have to pantomime what I want. I'm sure that lady loved some stoned out of her mind guy walking in at 11:30 at night going, yes, excuse me, ma'am, I need some... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got a record now. I'm not allowed back in that 7-Eleven again. But here's the thing, would I do that again? Of course I would. Absolutely. Because I, and pardon my French, am a fucking idiot. All right, my name is Harvey Starter. Thank you very much, everyone.